Salutations everyone! Hey! We're here. Today we might see two major events in the game this time around. Because while the name of the stream is the Battle of Mikatagahara, that's because that's the scenario we'll be doing. I think we'll see the Battle of Nagashima as well, and that one will be a major event. I'm pretty excited for it. So yeah. So last time, to recapitulate what we did last time, we played the Nobunaga besieged scenario. Not much happened. I mean, at least... Well, actually that's not true. A lot happened. It's just that we didn't have to conquer that much stuff. All we had to do was conquer Sawayama, I think. Right? Yeah. All we had to do was conquer Sawayama, and we did that really quickly. After that, we just needed to stay put and see all the historical events unfold. And there were a lot of them, actually. So even though we only played for like 2 or 3 years, we saw like a lot of stuff happening. Nobunaga came under fire from all sides, and it culminated with him burning Mount Hiei and angering Takeda Shingen. And as a result, Takeda Shingen began his invasion of Nobunaga's lands, and now, as we will see, he's gonna start descending upon Tokugawa lands to try and use the Tokaido roads to reach the capital. Let's see how that goes though. So like I said last time, I'm not gonna be playing as the Oda this time around. The reason for it is because this game, after the year 1572, they really like to force the Battle of Tedorigawa. And the Battle of Tedorigawa is not supposed to happen this early. And it's really bad because it triggers a lot of events that aren't supposed to happen this early. And sometimes those events can screw up certain things. For example, as you will see, Kinoshita Hideyoshi is supposed to take Odani Castle for himself, but because the Battle of Tedorigawa happens so early, he never actually gets Odani Castle and instead it gets sent to Hanima, and that's a problem. Because it means he never changes his name from Kinoshita to Hashiba, and many other things. So that's why, in order to prevent the Battle of Tedorigawa to happen this early, I'm going to be playing as the Uesugi. Because the reason why the Battle of Tedorigawa happened so early is that the trigger for it is when they take Nanao Castle over here. So I'm going to be playing as the Uesugi so that he never actually takes Nanao Castle. And that way we'll be able to see the events unfold. I think the AI should probably do things normally. We'll probably still see the Battle of Mikatagahara, we'll probably still see the Battle of Nagashima. Some events might happen a bit earlier than they should, but it's fine. It still happens in this age range that we're aiming for, between 72 and 77. And after 77, then we can go back to playing as the Oda, because then it's fine. The events should be all normalized after that. So yeah, we'll play as the Battle in the Battle of Mikatagahara this time. Let's see, is there anything we need to do? No, not really. We'll take Nanao Castle by the end of the stream. Right? Once we get to 1577, we'll be taking that for ourselves, but until then, we'll stay put for most of the time. We need to see the Battle of Nagashima take place first. Anymore witch fixing history by force. Yeah, exactly. What's up, bro? Hey, I'm doing fine. So yeah, we'll only take Nanao Castle in the last year, in 1577. So that's our goal. We'll be playing from 72 to 77. Alright. So, we'll play as Kenshin this time. The God of War. Oh, before that, I should definitely disable all the VTubers. Yeah, there we go. Because I was doing a Kizuna Ai campaign. There we go. I disabled them all. Speaking about VTubers, apparently Nobunaga's ambition is gonna have a collab with Nishisanji. They're gonna add Ibrahim into the game. With a new scenario, I think. Like an... what happens if in Honnoji, if Ibrahim was there or something. So that's gonna be interesting. They're gonna add a few updates to the game as well. They're gonna add more music, more battle maps and things. It's pretty cool. Suisei showing up isn't historically accurate? Preposterous. I know, right? What do you mean Suisei wasn't part of the Uesugi clan? But yeah, here we go. Things are about to heat up even more. Even more than the burning of Mount Hiei. Genki 3. Yeah. After cowing the Azai and the Asakura in Anegawa, Oda Nobunaga turned his attention to Omi and Echizen. The anti-Nobunaga coalition was on the back foot, but they had yet to play their greatest card, Takeda Shingen, the Tiger of Kai. As Shingen swept through Totomi like wildfire, Nobunaga's ally Tokugawa Ieyasu faced the greatest challenge of his life. The news of Shingen's march on the capital rattled Ashikaga Yoshiaki, and cracks began to show in his alliance with Nobunaga. Ho ho ho. Alright, the Uesugi peace theme. So yeah, we'll be observers on what happens. So you can see this is Nanao Castle. Let's see. Let me just see the events. Refined own clan. Yeah, there we go. The Battle of Tedorigawa is supposed to happen after Nanao Castle falls. All we have to do... let me see... We need to take over Nanao Castle. So until then, we don't have to worry. Exactly. And after that, the Battle of Tedorigawa will happen. This one right here. Yeah, exactly. So I'll do it after 77. Alright, with that said, I still need to develop my territory, because if I don't, I'll get invaded by my neighbors, and that would be bad, because if I get invaded and crushed, then I can't see the historical events unfold. So in order for us to survive, I still have to do this. But it's fine. By now it's routine, I know exactly what to do. And this time, we get a break from the usual Oda clan theme, because in every single stream so far, we've always been listening to the Oda peace theme and the Oda war theme. But since I'm playing a different clan this time around, no problem. We get a break from the Oda theme. I started the stream with a Takeda clan war theme, because I thought, well, this will be the last time they get to shine. I may as well put their theme, you know, because after this stream, the Takeda clan is gonna go downhill. Alright. Who is next on the internet gremlin list? Do you mean who's next to die? Or who's next for which VTuber do I add next? Yeah, let's do this. We have an alliance with Utsunomiya clan. Oh! Alright then. I didn't order that invasion, but I guess the AI did it by themselves. Sure, I guess. We get to hear the Uesugi war theme then. Sure, why not? I don't think that clan is important though, so I guess we can take it over. The Daihoji clan. I don't think they're important, no. So it's fine if we take them over. Let's assess the situation overall. Let's see, in the north, the Ora clan is already here. They're gonna change the name to Tsugaro eventually. The Anto clan is here. The Nambu are already on the decline. The poor and important clan, yep. In the VTuber campaign, they should let you add custom themes so we can listen to Stellar. Yeah, they don't allow that, unfortunately. But even if they did, I would get copyright claimed super hard. Because if I play original songs, I get claimed. That's why in my beginner's guides I only use covers, because covers don't get claimed. Because, you know, the VTubers themselves, they don't monetize their covers, because usually they're doing covers of songs that they are allowed to cover, right? As long as they don't monetize it. And as a result, I can use their covers as well, because they're not monetized. But for originals I can't. For example, I used the original song of Aki Rosenthal, Chalice, in my beginner's guide to Aki Rosenthal, and that video got instantly copyright claimed. Even before it actually was open to the public, like YouTube detected it immediately and copyright claimed it. So yeah, since then I learned, okay, I can't use original songs, only covers. It's okay, the Dati are here, they're growing in power. Hirumune, eventually the Soma will fight back at them. We're also allies with the Satake clan, alright? I think we made peace with the Hojo, yeah, last stream the Uesugi made peace with the Hojo, because the Hojo decided to go to war with the Takeda. But if I remember correctly, yeah, Hojo Fujiyasu is already dead. And look at that, Shingen is also ill right now. Getting fucked hard by Suisei. But yeah, usually when I do the VTuber campaigns off stream, I tend to put Suisei in the Uesugi clan. I think it fits her very well. So I will do that when I eventually do the campaigns on stream. I will definitely put Suisei in the Uesugi clan. You know, I put Polka in the Oda clan, Suisei in the Uesugi clan. I want to put Pekora in the Sanada clan. And obviously Kali in the Mori clan, because, you know, I have to. Anyways, we have a bunch of historical events right now. Look at this. There's so many. Ah, I see. Because we're about to see the Battle of Mikatagahara. That's why. Alright, here we go. There we go. The Battle of Mikatagahara. This is gonna be fun. Should I? I think I should probably up the volume a bit. There we go. This one is narrated.
Shingen 上洛。これほど信長の新譚を寒からしめた知らせはない。
The Tiger of Kai is moving.
元亀3年、将軍義明までもが加わった反織田連合の最大にして最も厄介な男。甲斐の古豪がついに腰を上げた。上洛の経路となる遠江三河を領するは、信長の無二の盟友を辞任する徳川家康。正常する武田軍を素通りさせるまじ、家康はその使命と責務に奮い立つ。
Can he do it though? Can he defend against the Takeda?
そんな家康の気負いを嘲笑うかのように、信玄は遠州北部の二俣城を。
Shingen is a hardened veteran.
家康のこもる浜松城には一別もくれず。
One of Japan's finest generals.
三河方面へ進む。まるで信玄の眼中には信長のみあって家康などなきがごとく。
Absolutely ignore it.
みそじを過ぎたばかり。まだ若さの残る家康は自らの存在を無視する行軍に激高した。武田に三河者の意地を見せん。無言の挑発に誘引され、家臣の諌めも聞かず勇ましく追撃戦を挑んだ家康は、三方ヶ原の地で敵軍を捕らえた。だが戦を仕掛けた途端、百戦錬磨の信玄兵
A classic Shingen strategy. Ignore the enemy, lure them into a trap, then ambush.
数千の兵が壊滅する圧倒的敗北。呆然とする暇すら。
It was all a plan. Shingen just wanted to lure Ieyasu outside of the castle. Just like he did with the Mori. I mean the Hojo.
我こそ家康と絶叫し、代わりに討たれる。その感激を縫って承知する主君を浜松城へ必死で逃した孤高のおかげで家康は命を拾った。家康はこの戦で体験した信玄への恐怖と敬意、自らの胆理、そして家臣らの忠説を生涯忘れることなく敵に学び、己を戒めたという。
There we go. The battle did not go right. So if for example, yeah, Tokugawa Ieyasu is a very, very important figure. Like, if the Sengoku period had, like, main characters, Nobunaga would be the first main character, Toyotomi Hideyoshi would be the second main character, and finally Tokugawa Ieyasu would be the third main character. Those three are, like, the most important figures, because they're called, like, the three great unifiers of Japan. They will be the ones to, you know, fix everything, all of this mess of factions fighting each other. So yes, Ieyasu is very, 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 very important. So yeah, the battle did not go right. Ieyasu fortified his castle in Hamamatsu right here. Shingen absolutely ignored him and just went past the castle. And Ieyasu was like, no, I'm gonna pursue him. And that's exactly what Shingen wanted him to do. Shingen just, you know, she laid a trap. Shingen wanted to lure him out of the castle to fight him in the field. And he did. And Shingen destroyed him. In fact, this was like one of the few battles where one of the sides was entirely annihilated. The Tokugawa army was completely destroyed. Like, I think the amount of survivors, there were very, very few, like double digits types of survivors kind of thing. So yeah, it was a massacre. It was a very big lesson for Ieyasu here. I will tell you guys more stuff about this battle, but I think they will showcase some of it here in these cutscenes. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna go through these cutscenes first, and then I'll give you guys some more details and context on this battle. Alright. Yamagata Masakage of the Red Cavalry. I knew it. Shingen seeks to trap me. I find a wedge formation I've never seen. Is that... Lend me your ears, men! I, Yamagata Saburo, shall take the vanguard! Let the enemy get the better of you, and then know the name of the Red Cavalry! Yamagata Masakage was a notoriously short man, but his striking presence imbued him with the stature of a man several times his size. His foes trembled to see him on the battlefield, whispering that he was Shingen in miniature. Come, we ride! He's a short man, but with a big presence. Oh, that was it. Alright, let's see. There's more. No. There we go. Defeat at Mikatagahara. I think that's the one. Let me just check. No, not yet. Infantry Kanben, not yet. No, not yet. Amago Cleansed Sword. So yeah. This is the next one. Defeat at Mikatagahara. Tiny angry man. Alright. The Battle of Mikatagahara ended in a decisive victory for the Takeda. The Tokugawa army suffered heavy losses, aided by the sacrifice of several loyal retainers. Ieyasu fled for Hamamatsu Castle in a desperate bid for survival. Curses! How could this have happened? Steady yourself, my lord. The castle is in sight. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys context right now. So, when Ieyasu fought Shingen in the field, his army was vastly outnumbered. I think Ieyasu had around like 8,000 troops, plus 3,000 more reinforcements from the Oda clan, right? However, Shingen had like 30,000 troops in that battle. Ieyasu, for the most part, held pretty well, but Shingen's attack was pretty ruthless, and one of the flanks of Ieyasu really struggled, and Shingen's cavalry started encircling Ieyasu's troops. Fortunately, I think Ieyasu's left flank was able to hold pretty well, and that prevented the Ieyasu's army to be encircled. However, then Shingen decided to recall his vanguard, right, to let them rest, and then he sent his main body to attack. You know, the entire infantry main body started attacking the Tokugawa army, and the cavalry, the Takeda cavalry, started attacking from the flanks, you know, in a wedge formation as well. And as a result, the Tokugawa army was not able to resist, and they broke. They started routing, they got annihilated, they got pursued by the Takeda cavalry. Ieyasu thought that his rifles would be able to stop the cavalry, right? Because even by this point, it was common knowledge that muskets were very effective against cavalry. But even that, Shingen knew exactly how to use his cavalry to fight in spite of the enemy muskets. So yeah, this was a disaster. It was such a disaster that I feel like, I think, if I remember correctly, Ieyasu was so shocked at seeing his men being annihilated in front of him that he completely broke down. Fortunately for him, one of his generals, I think I forgot what was he called? I think he was Okubo something. Let me check. Give me just a moment. Let me check the name. I think I know his name. He was called Okubo. Let's see, the Battle of Mikatagahara. I think I remember it. One of his generals was called... He was of the Okubo clan. He was supposed to be in a castle town nearby, you know, and he saw the retreating army at a distance, and he decided to ride out with 20 men to rescue Ieyasu. Yeah, Okubo Tadayo, I think? No, was that his name? No, it wasn't. No, it was Natsume Yoshinobu. Never mind, Okubo was a different general. Okubo was a general that fought in this battle, and he convinced Ieyasu to retreat. But Natsume Yoshinobu was a general that rode out of the castle with 20 men to try and rescue Ieyasu. Yeah, exactly. Ieyasu completely broke, and Okubo decided that he would personally ride out against the pursuing Takeda troops by pretending to be Ieyasu himself. He basically threw Ieyasu off his horse, took Ieyasu's horse, and decided to ride out to meet the Takeda army while claiming to be Ieyasu himself. Because I think Ieyasu didn't want to abandon his troops, but I think Yoshinobu told his lords that the way he was right now, he was gonna be completely useless, so he should just run away from the battle, right? And I think that ended up being a wake-up call for Ieyasu. Ieyasu was convinced that he had to run. So Yoshinobu rode out against the pursuing Takeda army. You know, he claimed to be Ieyasu himself, and he was killed. But while he was killed, it was thanks to his sacrifice that Ieyasu was able to survive the battle. And many years later, like in 1614, which is like 40 plus years from now, Ieyasu would tell Yoshinobu's son that the only reason why he was still alive was because of his father. So yeah, so we'll now see Ieyasu, you know, go back to his castle at Hamamatsu. A pride must have been big smash. He was because Ieyasu was also eager to prove himself right now, and his impatience ended up being his downfall here. In fact, there is a story that Ieyasu was so scared after this defeat, he actually pooped his pants. And in order to remind himself of his failure, he decided to commission like an artwork of himself in his panic state. And he decided to affix that painting in his room at all times, so that any time he would be in a difficult situation, he would look at that picture, at that portrait of himself, and remind himself of what happens if he takes, you know, hasty decisions, right? So he would always be remembered to be patient. Because he would be reminded of the time he pooped his pants. So yeah. If you get told by an underling you'd be useless in your current state, yep, exactly. Steady yourself, my lord, the castle is in sight. Hamamatsu, thank the heavens, I'm saved. It gladdens me to see you unwounded, my lord. Bah, get off me, light the fires, open the gates, allow all who fled here safe harbor. My lord, surely you cannot mean to invite the enemy within the walls? Pester me not with such trifles, what do such things matter now? All who survived this hellish night deserve sanctuary, without exception. Now open the blasted gates. Very well, my lord. Permit me to sound the drums to raise our comrades' spirits. Lord Sakai? The empty fort strategy. Hamamatsu Castle outskirts. Halt! Something is amiss! Yamagata Masakage came in pursuit of Tokugawa Ieyasu. Oh, wait. Masakage, Yamagata, Masakage. Wait. I think I changed the order of the names. The names should be in the correct order, by the way. But I think the Yamagata Masakage is still in the wrong order here. But Tokugawa Ieyasu is in the right order. But yeah. But saw the open gates of Hamamatsu Castle and stopped. A ruse, perhaps? I hear the pounding of drums, as though to lure us in. They seek to trap us, but I will not take the bait. Fall back! Tonight's battle is done! Suspecting a trick, Yamagata Masakage abandoned his chase and retreated. Did he conquer glorious Japan yet? Nope, not even close. Ieyasu lived to fight another day, but he would not soon forget the might of Takeda Shingen. Tell Masakage to get a better hat? What do you mean? The hat is great. Or indeed, the deep scars of his defeat at Mikatagahara. We just witnessed our greatest ally, Ieyasu, get destroyed at Mikatagahara. Takeda clan occupies Futamata Castle. Natsume Hirotsugu dies. I think this is supposed to be Natsume Yoshinobu, probably. Dude looks like he was cosplaying a garden gnome. Well, Masakage was a very short man, so there you go. But yeah. So to give you guys some context on what happened right now, after Ieyasu's complete defeat at Mikatagahara, you know, complete annihilation, he retreated back to his castle at Hamamatsu. However, he knew he was being pursued, so he decided to open the gates. He ordered his men to lit the fires, you know, lit the braziers, you know, plant flags all over the castle, and open the gates, leave the gates open. And yes, Sakai Tatatsugu, he ended up being the one pounding the drums to kind of, you know, signal anyone fleeing to find their way to the castle. When the pursuing Takeda army saw, by the way, it wasn't just Yamagata Masakage that was here in pursuit. Baba Nobunaga was also here present in this pursuit. So when Baba Nobunaga and Yamagata Masakage both saw the scene, or, you know, they heard the pounding of the drums and saw the braziers lit and the castle gates open, they suspected that, this sounds like a trap. We should probably not go inside the castle and attack. And they decided to set up camp for the night. And then throughout the night, some of Ieyasu's troops decided to attack the main camp directly by surprise, and that ended up sowing discord amongst the Takeda troops, who themselves thought that, maybe Ieyasu has still a lot of troops left, we should probably retreat back. And because Shingen was still kinda worried, you know, about potentially the Uesugi clan attacking him from the back here, he decided, alright, it's not worth completing our attack. He decided to, instead of continuing to fight the Ieyasu, he decided, alright, we already got our victory, we already destroyed their army, we got a victory that's good enough, let's stop for today, we'll come back next year. And just like that, Ieyasu survived by a miracle. He survived using the very, very risky open fort strategy, which is a strategy we sometimes see in ancient China. But it's very risky, because if that strategy fails, you get destroyed, right? Because you're just opening your empty fort for the enemy. But it worked. It actually worked. So nobody had any clue what they were doing. When 5D chess goes so far as if the gates open. See, I think this only worked because I think Ieyasu knew who he was going against. He knew that the Takeda are very, very smart. You know, they have very experienced and very smart commanders. And I feel like this would only worked with an enemy force that is very calculated and cautious, right? Like the Takeda are. The Takeda are very, very cautious. Especially like the veterans, you know, like Yamagata Masakage, Baba Nobunaga, and Takeda Shingen. They're veterans. They've been through so many battles. They would be very, very cautious. And in ancient China, we see as well where Zhuge Liang also did the same open fort strategy against Sima Yi. And that only worked because, again, Sima Yi is a very calculated general, you know, who doesn't take risks easy. So he suspected the trap. So yeah, and just like that, Ieyasu survived. Nobody had any clue what they were doing. Again, it's like Sun Tzu said in The Art of War. All warfare is based on deception. When you are strong, appear to be weak. When you are weak, appear to be strong, you know? When you are far from the enemy, appear to be close. When you are close to the enemy, appear to be far. Always leave your enemy second guessing themselves. Always. You know, information is half the battle, you know? All of these are lessons in the art of war, and I feel like someone like Takeda Shingen, who is an avid reader of the art of war, he would probably be very, very careful, and he will try to control the flow of information if he can. And since things here were kinda unknown, it was still unknown to him how many troops the Tokugawa had left. He didn't want to take any risks. He already got his victory, no point in overextending, you know? So yeah. I just love... See, this is one of the things I love about this period. It's all the mind games and the strategies used. It's so fascinating. It would work against a tiny angry man, because he was tiny and angry. Alright, so, over here. Yeah, he already got a massive victory, yep. Alright, now let's see what's going on in here with the Chosokabe, the assault on the Ichijo clan, actually I think we can skip this. We've already seen this scene like twice now. Yeah. I think we can skip this one. Let me see. Yeah, we've seen this twice. Basically what happened is that Chosokabe Motochika is going to attack his suzerain clan, the Ichijo clan, and beat them. We've seen this cutscene already. Alright. This one though, this one is new. Let's do that one. Kuroda Kanbei was the son of Kuroda Mototaka, the chief retainer of the Kodara clan, who in turn served the Akamatsu, governors of Harima. When his family began to debate over whether they should side with the Oda clan or the Mori clan, he came out fiercely in favor of the Oda. Actually, I think we've seen this cutscene last stream as well, but I think it's more relevant to this one, so I'll still read it. Being a person of exceptional talent, he was dispatched to personally carry the message to Oda Nobunaga. So you reject the Mori and cast your lot with me? A wise decision. They say you have the sharpest mind in Harima, and I see that is no lie. The Mori may have their two rivers, but they are led by a fool. Terumoto is not half the man you are, my lord. You proved that when you rose from Owari to conquer the capital. Ha! You have a flatterer's tongue. Nonetheless, I take you up on your offer. Long have we hoped for a foothold in Harima. But I must ensure your loyalty. Kanbei, you will place your eldest son in Hideyoshi's care. Hideyoshi, you will accompany Kanbei into Harima. Understood. Ah, there we go. We get to see Hideyoshi a bit older as well in his casual clothing. Nice. And Kanbei, take this in recognition of your potential. I am honored, my lord. This is a magnificent blade. Its name is Heshikiri. Take it and cleave Chugoku wide open. Oda clan. Kinoshita Hideyoshi's residence. What did you think of Lord Nobunaga? In what sense? I want to know what the sharpest mind in Harima has to say about the man. You didn't hold back. He is a man of great presence. A man who seems destined to rule. Very interesting. And what, pray tell, do you think of me? I hear this man worked his way up from the humble beginnings to become one of Oda's most trusted retainers. What am I to say? Hideyoshi, more like Baldyoshi. This hairstyle was very common at the time. A lot of samurai, even Nobunaga, used this hairstyle as well. It was very common at the time. No need to think too deeply. Speak your mind. It was especially common in the capital. Like, the closer you are to the capital, the more people you see using that hairstyle. Countryside samurai don't use it as much. My lord, forgive me, but are you not Lord Takenaka Hanbei? Yeah, this is weird. Like, some of the names are actually switched, and others are not. It's very weird. Hi. So I am. I see that you are well informed. There is no one in the land who has not heard your name. Like, for example, here, Takenaka Hanbei's name is completely sweet. This is the Western way of the name, right? Well, but Kuroda Kanbei's name is, like, correct. Like, they need to fix this, I feel. The localization is completely screwed up. But enough about me. Lord Hideyoshi awaits your answer. Like, here the name is correct. Kinoshita Hideyoshi is the correct way. Bah, no need. It is all too clear what Kanbei thinks of me. My lord, if I have given offense... Come on! I jest. But I've learned one thing from you. You're no liar. If only I could say the same about Hanbei here. I concur. You are a cautious man, but not a dishonest one. The sort I would happily have at my side. Also, this is way too loud. Let me just decrease the volume a bit. I can barely hear myself. Surely every strategist must practice deceit to succeed, my lord. That I am such a poor liar can only mean that I fall short. See, he also reads the art of war. All of warfare is based on deception. Please, one charlatan is quite enough for our camp, I assure you. I should just randomize the order of the first and last names every campaign to keep you guessing. Per character, so no uniformity. Fortunately, I know the name of the vast majority of samurai, so I'm fine. Ha! You're right at that. In any case, Kanbei, you will be our foothold in Harima. Don't let us down now. I've never known men so cheerful or confident as the servants of the Oda. So this is what it means to dream of conquest. Their strength might well change Harima for the better. With the usurping of the Akamatsu clan by the Uragami, Harima disintegrated into a patchwork of opposing factions. And as the Morio to the west and the Oda to the east both prepared for war, these factions began to skirmish amongst themselves. Hideyoshi made for Harima to put an end to their squabbling and unite them into a bulwark against Mori offensive. And thanks to the talent and wiles of the recently welcomed Kuroda Kanbei, the Bessho clan fell in line behind the Oda, prompting the rest of the warring clans to follow suit. There we go. The Akamatsu clan becomes a vassal of the Oda clan. The Bessho clan becomes a vassal of the Oda clan. Right, what else we have here? Shikanosuke and Nobunaga. I think we also saw that last stream. Yeah, we did. There was once a clan known as the Amago who ruled over Chugoku until they eventually met their end at the hands of Mori Motonari. However, one man had made it his life's endeavor to revive the fallen Amago clan. His name was... See, this is where it gets difficult when they have three names, but I think it's Yamanaka Shikanosuke Yukimori. Shikanosuke backed Katsuhisa, a descendant of the Yamago. He tried countless times to retake Izumo, but could not overcome Hikawa Motoharo's defenses. Eventually, he decided to step back and go into hiding. Then suddenly, he reappeared, this time to seek the aid of the great daimyo Oda Nobunaga. Oda Nobunaga's castle. So, you're Yamanaka Shikanosuke. I've heard stories of your unsurpassed heroism in Chugoku. Quite impressive, I must say. Your words are too kind. So, what does this hero want with me? Have you come to pledge your service? If it would lead to my long-desired revival of the Amago clan, I would do anything. Therefore, I pledge to serve you. The Amago. That is what you desire? The former Amago clan was destroyed by the Mori. I have tried on many occasions to reclaim Izumo, only to be repelled by the Mori each time. The only clan powerful enough to conquer the Mori is the Oda. This is why I have decided to swallow my shame and came before you. Ah, the Mori. I figured I'd need to deal with them eventually. But don't go thinking that battle will be for the Amago. Understood. Still, I am curious about you. I accept your pledge of service. Your deeds may inspire me to consider these Amago case of yours. I am ever so grateful. I will work tirelessly to make myself of use to you, Lord Oda. If you end up capturing a castle for me, I may put it into the care of Amago Katsuhisa if you like so well. Let that be encouragement for you. Yes, my lord. Ooh, nice. Now, with a slower but shorter route to restoring the Amago clan, Yamanaka Shikanosuke devoted himself to serving the Oda. Alright. There we go, both Yamanaka Shikanosuke and Amago Katsuhisa become affiliated with the Oda clan. Alright, what else? The Amago clan restored! Hey, they did it! Hey! The Oda clan had conquered Kozuki Castle in Harima. Now, Nobunaga had called his chief retainers together to discuss who should be given lordship of the castle. Kozuki should be given to the Yamago? For what reason? Kozuki Castle is strategically positioned between Harima, Bizen and Mimasaka. There isn't a single person in all of Chugoku region who doesn't know its name. It wouldn't be a bad choice to have Lord Shikanosuke take over. Speak honestly, Mitsuhide. Installing an outsider like Shikanosuke on the front lines will prevent our own troops from suffering losses, correct? And that is also, by the way, one of the 33... It is also one of the 36 stratagems. Always try to use a third party to fight your enemy in order to conserve your own strength. So there we go. Mitsuhide here and Nobunaga here are very much in the know of the 36 strategies. At least one of the stratagems, I mean. One of the 36 stratagems. That is a rather blunt way to put it. I do not deny that is also true. Then it's decided. Kozuki Castle will be given to Shikanosuke. He will not forget this favor. It would bring about his long-desired revival of the Amago. Wait, didn't he say he didn't care about restoring them, but he gave him an option to prove himself to consider it? Yes, that's what Nobunaga wanted, but now Mitsuhide is advising him to just give them Kozuki Castle, so that way they will be in the front lines with the Mori, because it means that the Amago will fight the Mori, and that way the Oda can basically conserve their own troops. That's why. Because the Amago will be a clan, right? They will be a vassal clan to the Oda, but they are still their own clan, basically. So in a way, Nobunaga doesn't have the same direct control over the Amago as he has his own troops. I mean, he kinda does, but not quite at the same time. It's complicated, right? But this way he gets to conserve his own direct troops. That's why. But this is only the beginning of his trials. He'll have to fight against those vile Mori. Thus, Lord and vassal Amago Katsuhisa and Yamanaka Shikanosuke took Kozuki Castle. The Amago clan had finally been restored. I'm grateful to Lord Oda for his kindness. However, his castle stands directly in front of the enemy. We must be prepared to defend ourselves. But that enemy is none other than the Mori. This is a prime location for us to take our revenge. The tale of the Amago clan's revival did not end with the bestowal of Kozuki Castle upon Katsuhisa and Shikanosuke. They would still have to fight a harrowing battle against their sworn enemy, the Mori. And let's just say that doesn't end very well. There you go. Oda clan occupies Kozuki Castle. Amago clan daimyo Amago Katsuhisa is formed. Amago clan becomes vassal of Oda clan. Kame Korenori becomes affiliated with the Amago clan. Alright, let's see what else we have. The Chosokabe clan. Ooh, let's see. Ichijo Kanesada expelled. I think we've also seen in the previous stream this. Yeah, basically, Ichijo gets Kanesada gets expelled. Chosokabe marries his daughter to Kanesada's son to kind of pay an old debt, and they takes over the lands of the Ichijo. That's what's going on. That doesn't end well. Yeah, Amago is revived, but also Amago is exterminated. Yeah, that's exactly what will happen. Anyways, all right. This was just all in the month of January right now. God damn. Way too many things happening in 1 year. Oh right, I forgot. We had like a unit marching over here. Military road work? Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Alright, got another one. Something is happening. Ah, here we go. Here we go. So, in case you don't know yet, right now, the Ashikaga Shogunate and the Oda are technically allies, right? However, that alliance is not really that strong. Yoshiaki has been this entire time working behind the scenes to, like, you know, sending message to other clans to kind of revolt against the Oda. So, that's about, you know, that's about to become a big problem. As you'll see right now. Conflict between Nobunaga and Yoshiaki. We're about to see finally their relations deteriorate completely. Sorry, my allergies there are not doing so good. Ashikaga Yoshiaki and Oda Nobunaga had enjoyed a mutually beneficial relationship since the latter seized power, ruling the capital in concert as they vanquished their enemies. However, as opposition to Nobunaga grew, Yoshiaki and his attendants began to question how secure the warlord's position truly was. In turn, the Oda clan, sensing his insincerity, began to view the Ashikaga shogunate with increasing wariness. 17 contentions? What, pray tell, is that? A list of concerns about your conduct compiled by Lord Oda Nobunaga, Lord Shogun. Unlike the more tactful palace regulations, the 17 contentions constituted an unvarnished denunciation of Yoshiaki and his attendants. Curse that Nobunaga! Does he think that supporting my claim gives him a right to treat me as his whipping boy? He needs me just as much as I need him. Lord Shogun, I must counsel prudence. The ties between the Ashikaga and the Oda are all that holds this fragile piece together. There is no more need for caution, Lord Hosokawa. I bring good tidings. Speak. Takeda Shingen has raised an army to topple the Oda. Not several days past, he dealt Nobunaga's allies, the Tokugawa, crushing defeat at Mikatagahara. So Shingen has finally risen. Lord Shogun, we must not let this chance pass us by. The time has come to raise an army against Nobunaga. Stop this foolishness, stop, I say! If you go to battle against the Oda, you go to your deaths! You think too highly of your enemies, Lord Hosokawa. If the Shogun calls, the daimyo will answer. Silence! Lord Shogun, surely you see that this is madness! Yeah, he's going to rebel. Although he did not yet dare move openly, from that day forth, Yoshiaki renounced his friendship with Nobunaga and began planning for war. And so two young rebels who had once fought beneath the same banner began to slide irreversibly apart. Yeah, there we go, there's no turning back anymore. Ashikaga clan and Oda clan's alliance, marriage alliance and vassalage are terminated. Matsunaga clan's and Oda clan's alliance and vassalage are terminated. The following clans form alliances: the Takeda clan and the Ashikaga clan, the Miyoshi clan and the Ashikaga clan, the Matsunaga clan and the Ashikaga clan, the Miyoshi clan and the Matsunaga clan. There we go. So as you can see, the Matsunaga clan, which was a vassal of the Oda, rose in rebellion as well against Nobunaga, and they're now independent and they're allies of the shogunate. The Miyoshi, which were the ones that were manipulating the old shogunate, they were the ones that were expelled by Nobunaga from the capital. They also are now, you know, working together with the new shogunate and the Matsunaga. And the Takeda clan is also now officially allied with the shogunate. So as you can see, Nobunaga is fighting enemies at every side. He's fighting the warrior monks of Ishiyama Honganji and also Nagashima right now, as you can see. Now is the time he's supposed to take Nagashima, by the way. He's fighting against the Azai clan over here. He's fighting against the Asakura clan over here. He's fighting against the shogunate in the capital. He's fighting against the Mori over here. He's fighting almost everyone right now. He's fighting the Takeda clan over here. So yeah, things are not looking so good, huh? Let's see how he can flee from this. He'll manage. This was probably Nobunaga's most difficult spot. Well, not counting Okehazama, because Nobunaga was definitely at his weakest when he was fighting Imagawa Yoshimoto before the battle at Okehazama. But this is like the other period of difficulty in his life, but he was fighting everyone, an entire coalition. Now there you go. The Daihoji clan has been annihilated. Hey, we conquer the clan automatically. Oh, Hokuriku. I'm not going to unify Hokuriku right now. Alright. Let's see. There you go, we're at peace now. Now we can listen to the Uesugi peace theme. Spoiler, I think Nobunaga will do alright and get video games made about him. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, there we go. He finally took Nagashima, finally. This goddamn annoying ass territory here. Ise Nagashima subjugated. Time for more atrocities, everyone. By the way, Nagashima took 3 different sieges to be toppled. The first time Nobunaga attacked Nagashima, he failed. He got absolutely repelled by by gunfire. You see the Buddhist warrior monks, they were very, very good with firearms. And they were able to use those firearms to great effects against Nobunaga's troops. In the second time Nobunaga attacked Nagashima, Nobunaga himself got too close to Nagashima's walls, and he actually got shot. And ended up wounded. Oh, the stream went... Wait, the stream is down? Oh, yeah, it's red here. Okay, I'll give it some time. Recover? I think it's green now? Okay. Can you guys hear me now? I think it might be my internet. But I think it's doing fine now. I think so. Oh, wait. There we go. Nice. So... Nice. So basically, Nobunaga, in the second time he attacked Nagashima, Nobunaga got too close to the walls and he got shot and got wounded. He got wounded by a bullet. And it was actually one of these situations that inspired Nobunaga to use firearms a bit more, because he saw how well the Buddhist warrior monks used firearms. And you'll see, this is going to become very relevant for a certain battle that we'll see in this stream probably. But yeah, this is the result of the third attack at Nagashima. The third attack is finally the one where Nobunaga decides to, enough is enough, I'm going to burn down everyone. So there we go. Turns out guns are good weapons, yeah. Back then, it's just that the majority of people didn't know how to utilize guns, right? Because they were very inaccurate, their effective firing range was very low, and they took forever to reload. But Nobunaga was able to learn from the monks, by observing the monks, how they were supposed to be utilized. They were very good when utilized in bulk, like many of them at once in volleys, right? They were very good at breaking cavalry charges, very good in defensive positions, like defensive sieges and all that. But Nobunaga, however, he will be the one to revolutionize warfare in Japan, because he's going to be the one to finally use them effectively in the field itself. Not in defensive sieges, but in the field itself. But that's a story for later, because we will see it in the stream, don't worry. Anyways, let's see what happens in Nagashima right now. I bear news! The Nagashima rebels depart their castle to surrender! Kazumasu, make ready for battle. Yes, my lord. Once their vessel leaves the castle, we will gun them down with muskets. Some will call us barbaric, but rebellion will sprout anew if we do not tear it out at the roots. Nagashima must burn. It was they, not Lord Nobunaga, who chose to make this a massacre. The hell to which we send the rebels is of their own making. Do you know why I favor muskets, Kazumasu? In this battle in particular, my lord. In general, it is because they carry fire, Kazumasu. Knots cowers better than fire. If a man defies me, I strive to meet him with reason. But if he will not listen to reason, I will burn him out, root and stem. To be fair, Nobunaga, he may be brutal, but he always tried to, negotiate first. But the Buddhist warrior monks were very stubborn. As we've seen in Mount Hiei, Nobunaga asked the monks more than 5 times to stop hiding his enemies, and they kept hiding his enemies in there. So Nobunaga decided to burn down everything. Henceforth, war will serve no purpose but putting my enemies to the torch. And so muskets are the perfect weapon. For all my battles will be fought in hellfire. Perfect for a demon king. And this battle is the first of such? Indeed. Now heed me, Kazumasu. You are a warrior. You will shoot straight and true. Yes, my lord. You realize I harbor doubts. It is no small thing to read the mind of a ninja. Nobunaga's reply to the series of rebellions at Nagashima was to butcher his foes once they had surrendered and put the survivors to the torch. The massacre served 2 purposes: to bury the rebellions for good, and to show the world exactly what was in store for enemies of the Oda clan. Yeah, he was very brutal, Nobunaga. Oda clan occupies Nagashima Castle. Yeah, he killed everyone. Everyone. Just like in Mount Hiei, he killed everyone. And we will see at Hishiyama Honganji is gonna do the same thing. I mean, actually Hishiyama Honganji, he will actually spare, he will negotiate the surrender of its defenders. And he will be able to, like, you know, by letting the defenders live, he will take the castle and will completely destroy the fortified temple. Because he doesn't want anyone to use that against him anymore. But yeah. Alright, here we go. We continue our quest to observe what happens. It's still very early. Nice, nice, nice. Let us employ a new officer, why not? Alright, we have a Yasuzuka Jinja, I like this one a lot. Gives us more provisions. And that's very, very good. It won't be useful right now for our campaign, but it's gonna be good when we actually do our VTuber campaigns in the future. I've added 138 VTubers so far. I'm slowly approaching the 300 VTubers that I want to add. Slowly. Alright. There we go. Here we go. Wait, that one is already being worked on. Nice. Suzuki Shigenori. A Suzuki, huh? But yeah. As for us, we will be doing basically nothing until we decide to take Nanao Castle in the year 77. Oh! Something's happening. Ah! There we go. Shingen is dead. Shingen is dead. I bring word, my lord. Takeda Hoshoin Shingen has passed. And this is beyond doubt? It is, my lord. The news comes by way of a Hojo messenger. I see. You are dismissed. At once, my lord. If this is heaven's will, then heaven is cruel. Warriors as stalwart as Shingen are not easily come by. Kanto is lesser for his loss. Ought we march for Shinano, my lord? To what end? Katsuyori sparks no fire in my breast. Shinano can be taken at our leisure. I shall postpone my next council for 3 days. Until then, there shall be no music in the town. Shingen, gone. I can scarcely believe it. It is a rare sight indeed to see our lord shed tears. He grieves for Shingen's passing. Do you not sympathize, Lord Kageye? Of course I do. To have one's sworn nemesis stolen away by sickness. A warrior could not but weep at such a loss. And is that why you weep? My lord says that conquest sparks no fire in his breasts. That he might not longer be moved to serve the Uesugi. Aye. It's enough to make even my heart quail. And yours too, I don't doubt. Uesugi Kenshin and Takeda Shingen, two titans of their age. Despite being the bitterest of foes, they shared an uncommon respect and understanding. While many have speculated on the nature of their relationship, the truth is lost to history. All that is known is that their seemingly fated rivalry was unceremoniously cut short. It takes little imagination to see that Kenshin must have been stricken to his core. Yep. This is how it ends. This is how it ends. Apparently, this is the only time in recorded history where Uesugi Kenshin has shed tears. Supposedly. Like, Shingen and Kenshin were like the greatest rivals ever. So much, in fact, that their rivalry is probably the most romanticized rivalry in the entirety of Japanese history. But like, I think it's the only time Shingen shed tears for someone, is when his greatest enemy Shingen died. Well, yeah, the only time Kenshin shed tears was when his greatest enemy Shingen died. And yeah, there would be no one else to be able to fight Kenshin as an equal ever again. Pretty sad, really. Anyways, we'll see the death scene. 30 years after expelling his father, Nobutora, and succeeding his house, Takeda Shingen had earned a reputation across the land as a peerless tactician with countless victories to his name. Yet not even he could overcome ill health. Katsuyori, my time draws nigh. After I die, you will lead the Takeda. Promise that you will do as I say, for the good of our clan. I swear it. First, you must let our foes believe that I still live, or they will descend upon you from all sides. Refrain from rash forays, or they will learn of my passing. Think only of ruling and ruling well. If your foes attack, repel them. If they retreat, do not pursue them. Endure for 3 years, and the enemies of the Takeda will bow before you. 3 years. Will Nobunaga truly wait that long? Next, strengthen your ties with Echigo. You will need them in times of peril. With Echigo? You would have me ally with Uesugi? Kenshin may be the most honorable man in all the land. He is a fearsome foe, as I know all too well, but even more formidable ally. And the Uesugi are no longer to be our enemy. And last, give my body to Lake Suwa. Your mother rests there, and I will join her. Of course, father. My mother. So she never left his heart. Yenshiro! Yenshiro, are you there? I'm here, my liege. Though I shall never see the capital, you remain to guide the Takeda, wielding our pride red cavalry as your spear. Take up our flag, Genshiro, and plant it in Seta's soil. My liege! Ah, that's the Furin Kazan, probably. So father saves his last words for Genshiro, as he saved everything else. Well, no more. The Takeda are mine now, and I will lead them as I see fit. The passing make their decrees. The world, oblivious, continues on its course. The youth are quite capable without. With these words, Takeda Shingen, the Tiger of Kai, passed from this world. The Seta he spoke of with his last breath was a bridge over the Seta River in Shiga province. A bridge that was said to point the way to the capital. Even with so many glorious victories to his name, his sorrow at never having reached the capital weighed heavily upon him at the end. There we go. Takeda Katsuyori succeeds Takeda Shingen as daimyo. Takeda Shingen dies. And so, a giant perishes. Dude, Takeda Shingen himself should have an entire game just about himself. Like, he was a true legend of the period. A man that was definitely a product of his time, you know? He was ruthless, brutal, a brilliant strategist, a brilliant military commander, but also a very, very, very savvy politician. His people did adore him very much so. He brought peace to his lands that were very turbulent. The economy of the lands of Kai were very much not very good, and Shingen was able to make them thrive, make the harvest flourish with these measures. He was a shrewd tactician who always took any opportunity to exploit his enemy's weaknesses. You know, he was the greatest rival of Uesugi Kenshin. And after the many clashes that they have together, the two of them respected each other very much. Which again, is the reason why when Takeda Shingen dies, that was the only time that was recorded of of Uesugi Kenshin having shed tears for his enemy that had died. Not in combat, but for illness. We don't actually know why Takeda Shingen died. Him dying of illness is actually one of the most popular theories, but we don't know exactly if he died of illness, because there are other theories that while he was sieging a castle of the Tokugawa, Shingen got too close to the walls and was shot by a stray bullet, and that maybe he died because of that bullet. Alright? There are also theories that Shingen was actually assassinated by a ninja, because let's not forget that you know, the Tokugawa are known for their ninja, you know, especially the famous Hattori Hanzo and the ninja that follow him, right? Could have been an Oda clan ninja as well, right? He had many enemies. Hell, there are even theories that Takeda Shingen didn't even die in the first place and he only pretended to be dead, right? But the most popular theory is that Takeda Shingen died of illness. I mean, he was getting old, to be fair. A bit. He was not too old as some other figures like Mori Motonari, but he was getting definitely old. But yeah. That is the death of one of the greatest legends of Japanese history, right here. Just like Mori Motonari was another legend, Takeda Shingen is another one, potentially even more. Though honestly, Motonari and Shingen are like, I see them as equal. I think the two of them were very similar figures. Very, very similar. But well, let's just say that Katsuyori did not heed his father's word. His father told Katsuyori to just focus on his own territory and not go out in conquest. But Katsuyori was very eager to prove himself. He wanted to showcase that he was, you know, he could be great like his own father, right? So he continued attacking the Tokugawa, and as you'll see, that he's about to bring the downfall of the Takeda clan forever. The Kai branch of the Takeda clan would be extinguished in the following years. And we're about to see that tragedy. Like, it's not that Katsuyori was a bad leader by any means. Katsuyori was by all means, competent enough, right? But he was not his father, right? And because he was not his father, he was never able to see when he was outmatched. You know, if there's one thing about Shingen knows exactly to take opportunities and be able to, you know, take his victories when he can, never overextend, never leave an opportunity for the enemy to exploit his weaknesses, usually. But Katsuyori, he didn't have the same tact as his father. Let's see, post-champion. Especially for those who are descendants of legendary figures. We see it all the time in this period of time. All the time. Let's see. Why not? Uesugi Kagetora? Alright, we can get the Hojo stuff. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Alright, I think I'll go for this. Irrigation maintenance. Actually, should I? Let's just... There we go. Bishamonten Faith. When the daimyo is marching, all units' attack goes up. But first I'll go for system reform. But yeah, we see it all the time in this time period. Of many daimyo that were amazing. And then their sons, while not being bad by any means, they just weren't their fathers, you know? Like, for example... Again, Katsuyori is a good example. Shingen was a legend. Katsuyori was not a bad leader, but he was not his father. We will see the same thing. We will see the same thing when Kenshin dies as well. We will see the same thing. Well, we've already seen it with the Mori as well, right? Motonari died. Terumune is not a bad leader per se, but he's not Motonari. And Terumune relied a lot on his uncles. We will see the same thing happen with the Chosokabe. I mean, again, Chosokabe Morichika was not a bad leader by any means, but he was not his father Motochika. Oh, so many people dying. So many people died right now. Wow. Bodyguard formation, I suppose so. And we will keep seeing it a lot. We saw it with Toyotomi Hideyoshi. We will see it with Nobunaga as well. We're gonna see it with the Hojo as well, you know. Because Ujimasa is not a bad leader, but he is not Ujiyasu. And to a certain extent, Tokugawa Ieyasu's son, Hidetada, is the same way. But, fortunately, you know, Ieyasu was able to ensure that his regime would be stable, so that Hidetada would only have to focus on peace, because Hidetada was a much more skilled politician than he was a military general. And sometimes that's also the thing, right? Sometimes certain leaders are good in times of peace, while others are better in times of war. It's complicated. There are plenty of leaders in this time period that would have definitely been much better leaders in times of peace. Hidetada was lucky that his father had taken care of everything by the time he came to power. But that was also a concern that Ieyasu had himself, to prevent to prevent the same that happened to the Toyotomi to happen to his clan. There is a castle without a lord? Oh, yeah, there is. I guess some of the officers that died were in those castles. Saito Tomonobu. Amakasu Kagemochi. Why do we have such bad officers in control of stuff? Alright. This is Wozo, right? Yeah, it is Wozo. I want someone else. Daihoji. Uesugi Kagetora. Why not? And here I'll put some better officers, like Amakasu Kagemochi is very good. Oh, there's already someone over there. That's fine. Amakasu Kagemochi is like a very good leader. Can't I auto point? I guess I can't. Yeah, now we wait for more stuff to happen. We need to wait for the Oda to do their things. Oh! Oh, there we go, Nagashino! Here we go, Nagashino! Oh, never mind, it's not Nagashino. It's the death of the Azai, never mind.
織田木工の旗印が覆うばかり。光線虚しく浅井家の藩とはじりじりと削られ、もはやこの織田二条一つを残すのみとなっていた。小野が運命を見切った長政は妻子がいる奥へと足を向ける。怯える子らとは対照的に妻お市は落ち着き払っていた。担当を携え夫と命運を共にする覚悟をとうに決めていた。死をいとわぬ潔さはさすがにあの信長の妹と言えよう。だが愛する妻子を見て長政は今一度熟考を重ねた。お市が望んだとて誇りを守るため自分と共に散らせてよいものか。あるいは心を鬼にしあえて生き恥をさらさせても浅井の血脈を保つべきなのではないか。いやそうではない。ただ生きてほしい。銃声が轟き城内を揺らす。もはや逡巡する猶予はない。長政は決断した。荒々しく母子の腕をつかむと城門まで引き連れ警備の兵に申し渡した。城を出て織田の陣まで連れて行け。それは お市の望みを絶つ無慈悲な宣告であった。長政はじっと妻の細面を見つめる。一縷の涙がお市の頬を伝い、そして止まった。望みを絶たれた怒りも無力さへの嘆きも全て飲み込んだ妻の顔は、口を開かずとも一人旅立つ夫に凛と語りかけていた。深く愛し抜いた夫婦の別れは言葉になどできない。城門は固く閉ざされ、一言も交わすことなく、長政とお市は正反対の方角へ歩み始めた。ほどなく本丸近くにて長政は一人自ら果てた。死の寸前まで家臣へ感情をしたためていたという、義の将と呼ばれるにふさわしき若武者の最後であった。湖北の雄浅井家はここに3代の歴史を閉じる。
Yep, that's it for the Azai. The Azai are gone. Nagamasa and Oichi. As Oda Nobunaga's ambitions to rule the land took shape, Azai Nagamasa found himself compelled by loyalty to take up arms against his brother-in-law. But at last his luck deserted him. Lord Nagamasa. Ichi, you cannot be here. You and the children should have fled. Lord Nagamasa, I must ask you a question. A question? Speak then. If it is within my power to answer, I shall. Why did you go to war with my brother? The Asakura clan are dear friends of mine. When he moved against them, my honor would not permit me to stand idly by. For at least that was my pretense. In my heart, in my warrior soul, I dreamed of a day when the Azai might conquer all under heaven. Had I remained in your brother's service, I would have ended my days as no more than another one of his lieutenants. Better to take up the sword. That is comforting to hear. Comforting? Indeed. I was terribly afraid that the love I have for you, and the love you feel for me, might be lesser than your duty to the Asakura. Ha! Then you didn't worry. The ambition blossomed within my breast the day I made you my wife. I am gladdened to hear that. It saddens me, though, that my affections have brought about your doom. If my life is the price I pay for your love, I give it gladly. Now, you have tarried long enough. Go! Save our children! Yes, Lord Nagamasa. I had always thought a samurai's death to be a lonely one, devoid of any need for comfort or salvation. But to have met you, Ichi, was an honor I would trade for nothing. And so, Azai Nagamasa put an end to the Azai clan with his own hand. His blood, however, would live on in Oichi and their daughters, safe under Nobunaga's protection to be passed on to the world to come. So there we go. The Azai clan is annihilated and affiliated offers are added to the Oda clan. Azai Nagamasa dies. That is it. Oh, and there we go. Odani Castle changed his name to Nagahama, as we'll see. Also, let me see if the internet is good. The internet is good right now. Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, so ends the Azai. Oichi's life is a tragic one, but the tragedy in her life is not over yet. This is something that I think they won't tell us for a while, but Oichi's gonna remain like single for a while, but then she's gonna be married to Shibata Katsuie. But Shibata Katsuie's life also isn't gonna end well. Katsuie was actually, even though he was an old, stubborn man, he was known to be very kind. And as you will see later on, when Shibata Katsuie dies, he also will try to save Oichi and you know, make sure she, you know, runs away. But this time, Oichi does not want to lose a second husband. So Oichi will die with him. She will decide to stay with him and die with him. So, yeah, let's just say that Oichi's tragic life is not over yet. But for now, for the time being though, she and her daughters will remain safely with Nobunaga. But yeah, it was very sad because it is known that Oichi and Nagamasa actually liked each other, even though they married for political purposes. This is one of those cases where they actually ended up liking each other a lot. So it is a shame that it ends like this. Anyways, here we go. Nobunaga took the castle of the Azai, Odani Castle, but he will give the castle to Hideyoshi, to Kinoshita Hideyoshi, who will change his name to Hashiba Hideyoshi, and will also change the name of the castle from Odani Castle to Nagashima Castle. So there we go. Hideyoshi, Lord of Nagashima Castle. Omi Province, Imahama. After the fall of the Azai clan, Oda Nobunaga commanded Kinoshita Hideyoshi to erect a new castle in Imahama, near Odani Castle. So, Hideyoshi, what will you call this land? I had thought to call it Nagashima, my lord, based on your own illustrious name. A bootlicking name for a bootlicking man. In 1,000 years I would never have thought of it. I see I have displeased you, my lord. I shall think of another. No, I care not. This land is yours now. Call it what you will, even a name I will not choose. Of course, my lord. I will endeavor to continue a more suitable... Wait, what? You mean to give this land to me? Unless you do not wish it. I have no doubt that Mitsuhide would gladly... Not at all, my lords! I would never dream of refusing such an honor! Good. Now, build me a castle fit for a bootlicker, with a town to stand as a testament for your ingenuity. At once, my lord! I should not let you down! This is a fine place, and close to the capital. Perhaps someday I, too, will vie for all which lies under heaven. Oh, one last thing. Yes, my lord? You must have a new name. If you are to rule a castle, you shall need a name that you would be proud to proclaim to the world. Of course, my lord. Hi, hello, welcome. Phew, that man's very presence frays me at my every nerve. Hideyoshi's innovative design for Nagashima Castle incorporated a sluice in the castle's grounds, affording him full access to the transportation possibilities offered by Lake Biwako. I saw Oda Nobunaga and I think I was thinking of another Oda. I wonder. He also built his castle town with the interwoven horizontal and vertical streets to better facilitate the movement and stockpiling of goods. Nagashima would go on to become a model for larger castle towns such as Osaka and Fushimi. And in the shorter term, just as Nobunaga had ordained, it stood as a testament to Hideyoshi's talent and ingenuity in municipal planning. The stream crashed? Oh boy. My internet today is not doing too good. Yeah, my internet today is just doing terribly. I should probably end the stream early today then. Because it seems to be a thing ever since like yesterday it's been like this. So I'll see how it goes for a little bit longer, but I will probably end the stream. Because there's no point in continuing the stream if it's gonna like lag and crash and cut off all the time. It happens sometimes. I guess today is just a bad luck day. As for my new name, I will adopt one character piece from Lord Shibata and Lord Niwa and take the name Hashiba. Let them call me bootlicker if they wish. It's better to be seen as a bootlicker than a threat. Yep, that's his way. Kinoshita Hideyoshi's name changes to Hashiba Hideyoshi. Kinoshita Hidenaga's name changes to Hashiba Hidenaga. Odani Castle's name changes to Nagashima Castle. And there you go. So let's see how the stream continues for a while longer. But if it keeps crashing, then I will probably end the stream for today. But I'll keep going. It's my internet for sure, though. I'm pretty sure it's my internet. Like, yesterday at night, it wasn't doing too good either. So, it's definitely my internet. Damn, even with a new router, it still happens, things like this, huh? Alright. Nice. My allergies are also not doing too good today. Let's see. More.